Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's 8% Kirby and the Amazing Mirror tournament race between MKCocoon and MusiQuil, two very close friends that are going to be duking it out today in winner's bracket round 2 action, I believe. Both these players are incredibly good. They have 29-minute times, which are very, very, very good. They've been playing this game for a while, and hopefully we'll see a great race between the two of them. MusiQuil has a lot of momentum going into this race, finally breaking the 30-minute barrier and scoring a 29-minute PB. And, well, cut the exposition short because we're on our way. All right, so Kirby and the Amazing Mirror starts out in this linear introduction section, and we're going to have two tricks right one after the other here. The first trick is called Gate Skip, and normally you need to call your Kirby friends to help out open that door and stand on the switch, but with a well-timed double jump here, both runners are going to pass right underneath it, and then in the next room, we have to hit these two enemies into each other for a mix. There we go, MKCocoon mixing for wheel. Both runners, first try wheel mix. We have a race, ladies and gentlemen, here. Now, the mixes in this game are not random. Depending on the first enemy that goes into your mouth, the ability roulette will start at the same position every time, making the trick a consistent 4-frame trick. Now, even though it is 4 frames, it is very easy to miss, even for an experienced runner. So seeing both Cocoon and Quill get a first try, oh, we've got a race going on here. So this is any percent. The goal is to defeat all 8 bosses in the game, get all the mirror shards and open up the portal to the final boss, and then beat them up. So we start out the game in this linear introduction sequence. Cocoon with a 123 warp star. Quill with a 121. Oh my goodness. Hopefully we can get these two streams synced up so we get a better picture of who's ahead. But Quill doing really well here. So yes, the game puts you on this linear path towards the first boss, King Golem, but after you defeat King Golem, you are free to search out and defeat the remaining 7 bosses in any order you wish. And there's actually a ton of viable routes that runners can do here. The Frosty boss here being taken out by sucking up those 2 Waddle Ds at the bottom there. And the double star does insane damage, and 3 additional wheel hits will finish him off. So both runners here mixing for wheel in the intro. Wheel is the absolute fastest way to move horizontally in this game. Wheel is absolutely nuts in this game. You can jump with it. You can have iframes beyond belief. You can just run through everything. So we're going to see a lot of wheel movement in this run. However, not coming up here because our runners will be discarding wheel for stone because that absolutely rips apart King Golem, who is basically the Wispy Woods XP in this Kirby game. Both runners grabbing the switch here. They are neck and neck going into Golem here. This is going to be an amazing race. Now the strat for Golem is to rock 3 times, dealing 2 hits each time. Massive damage. Unfortunately, Quill getting kind of messy. Cocoon capitalizes, and they're both watching the Mirror Shard cutscene at the same time. Oh, this is good. All right, Cocoon running on the Japanese version of the game, Quill running on the North American version. There's not a whole lot of differences between the two of them. The biggest difference is that whenever you soft reset on the American version, you have to wait for the entire press start animation to finish before you're allowed to continue to the main menu. So although it loses a tiny bit of time, US is still kind of viable here. So I don't see it being the reason Quill loses any time here. Good wheel movement between these two. Both runners are going to the South Rainbow route switch to open up a couple of opportunities to go for bosses. This allows them to go for the Radish Ruins boss, Dark Mennonite, the Olive Ocean boss, Gobbler, and the Castle boss, Mega Titan. Alright, still pretty much neck and neck here. Quill a couple frames ahead. Where will they be going to first? Looks like Quill's doing the... both of them are doing the traditional routes of doing Radish Ruins first. Oop, getting around the blippers. So we're going to be going down these vertical rooms to get to the ruins. Oh, a little bit of bonk there by Cocoon. Oh my goodness, when a race is this close, you don't want to afford any mistakes like that. Perfect spike mazes for the two of them here. Alright, vertical room. This room can be quite difficult. One mistake can lose you a lot of time. Quill with an excellent... Oh my goodness, Quill! Cocoon getting hit though. Quill with the major lead doing this vertical room. So good. A strat runners can do in that vertical room is that they can discard their ability and swallow it, and they can do what's called fat Kirbying through the room, which is, although a tiny bit slower, definitely safer because a hit will not make you lose your wheel. Alright, Quill ahead here, going into Radish Ruins. So the reason a lot of runners get Dark Meta Knight and presumably Moly out of the way first and second is that they are the cause of a lot of grief. They are probably the most RNG-laden bosses in the entire game. Meta Knight has very uncontrollable attack patterns, and Moly just likes to waste your time. So runners generally opt to do them first. MKCocoon's jumping over the switch there because we will not need to go back to it. Alright, so after this back and forth section through this room that Quill is in, we'll be arriving to the second mini-boss of the run, I believe. It's the Hand. Hand can waste a little bit of time here, depending on if we get a bad pattern, but usually most runners know how to deal with it. Quill not getting super great luck, but still managing to come out on top there. Cocoon getting one of the best possible lucks. That punch allows you to roll through it. Cocoon gaining time here. However, Quill is still a tiny bit ahead. Now, if you notice, when our runners are in wheel, they're trying their hardest to jump over enemies and avoid dealing any damage. That's because in this game, whenever you deal damage to an enemy, an effect plays that pauses the screen in order to like really point out how much damage you're dealing. However, this loses us minuscule amounts of time, and although it might be only 3 to 4 frames, that adds up over the course of the run. So doing these lag reduction strategies, we'll be seeing a lot from these two runners. Quill, a room ahead here. Oh, Quill getting hit by the Sparky! Oh my goodness. Normally I wouldn't make such a big deal out of that, but this race is so close. Alright, Quill opting to use the sword strat for both runners. Opting to hit Meta Knight with a sword. There's a couple of strategies you can use with Meta Knight. Sliding into them with a sword. Oh, causes them to jump, which hopefully leads to damage. Quill gets hit. Cocoon. Oh my goodness, Cocoon comes out on top, but Quill is not very far behind. It is still absolutely close. The second Mirror Shard coming into play here. There we go. Alright, both runners assumably will be going into Moly. Cocoon not grabbing that stone statue immediately. It's these small things. Alright, so in this segment we're grabbing stone because we can not only do a lot of we can do a lot of damage to the bonkers mini boss that gets in our way here. And Cocoon, Cocoon taking the bottom peg path, and Quill going above. Now I believe if done optimally, the above path saves a slight tiny amount of time. But the lower run is harder to get. More difficult. Boom! Great fight by MKCocoon there. Quill having a bit of problems here, and look at this. I was about to bring this up. Both runners are using different strategies to take on Moly's randomness. With Hammer, you can use the up B attack to use your devastating fire swing, which does a lot of damage to Moly, so you don't have to wait for Moly to throw an object at you, whereas Quill is using throw. If Quill can get an object and sort of mouse over where it is, and look at the difference here. Hammer paying off for Cocoon, getting a good pattern there with the hits. Quill getting multiple ceiling patterns in a row. This is hard to watch. Misses the ability shot. Oh my goodness, that was not a great Moly. So as I was saying there, that is exactly what I was talking about with some of the bosses wasting your time. Bad RNG can make or break a run. MKCocoon grabbing a wheel. They're going to be going, or he's going to be going down to Carrot Castle next. Will Quill follow him? Let's find out. Alright, so the goal of the Mega Titan split is not only to defeat Mega Titan, but we also need to open up the 2 gates that are in the west portion of the map here, because we'll be coming back to them for the Peppermint Palace and Candy Constellation segments later. Once again, let's take a look at these hit lag reduction strats, jumping over the Gordo there. Anytime you can save is a good time to save. Alright, this vertical. Oh my goodness, Cocoon! Oh my goodness, Cocoon having a little problems there. Quill's gonna use this. Hopefully. Cocoon doing the jumping up strat. In this game, it is faster to jump up platforms than it is just to hold down A and float up. So it's a little bit of a movement optimization there. And Cocoon grabs the switch there. It's very important we grab the second one here. You won't be able to return back here from the map. And it looks like Cocoon has about a 10-second or so lead on Quill. However, this run is far from over as we enter the main portion of the castle here. The first obstacle in Carrot Castle is the Spike Cannon Maze. As you see there, Cocoon discards his ability. And Fat Kirby's through here, so if a mispress causes them to be thrown in the spikes just like that, they will not lose wheel. Cocoon will be slightly behind him. Let's see if Cocoon can do this perfectly, gain a slight bit of time. Here's another room that lag reduction strats are very important on. Those Gordos can waste a lot of your time. Oh no, Cocoon not doing the cool Gordo wheelie trick that you can keep wheel through. Will Cocoon do... Oh, Quill doesn't get it either. Yes, Quill does look like he's behind by 10 seconds here. Alright, Mega Titan. Normally, you do not want wheel for bosses because it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but Mega Titan does not take damage in the same way that other bosses do. The gimmick here is to slam him into the electric walls, and wheel is perfect for that. Quill! Sorry, getting the reverse hit. Going to be saving a tiny bit of time there. The second form of this fight is all about wheeling on the Titan head. Cocoon getting hit, but otherwise a nice kill there. Alright, so normally we soft reset after bosses because we can skip the Kirby dance cutscene. However, we have wheel right now, and that's very, very good. Not only will we have wheel after this cutscene, it saves us the time of going back and getting it, but when we spawn back in the room, we're right by that South Rainbow Gate, and we're on our way to Gobbler, so a tiny bit of a fun thing there. Still a very, very close run between, or still a very close race between our 2 runners here, and there's a lot left to go. Olive Ocean has its fair share of tricks and rooms that can potentially throw the whole race. For instance, coming up when we get into Olive Ocean, the main part of Olive Ocean, one of the first tricks we'll be doing after getting through the boxy fight, is UFO Mix, which involves hitting 2 Foleys together, inhaling them both, and hoping for either UFO or fire. And that'll be used to get past a bomb block that's hidden deep in a wall that you would otherwise have to go around the whole room. But we'll get there when we get there. Good movement so far by MKCocoon. These 2 rooms can be kind of annoying. Quill also doing a good job at avoiding hitting enemies here. Alright, Olive Ocean also hosts a lot of underwater sections as well. And if you are underwater and there's no air above you and you get hit, you lose your ability. So keeping wheel through these segments is very important, and we'll be seeing a segment later in Olive Ocean that will hopefully our runners will be able to keep stone without getting hit. Excellent boxy there by Cocoon. Boxy not wasting a lot of time there. Hopefully Quill doesn't has an equally good boxy. Alright. Cocoon screen though, going for the UFO mix, hitting the 2 enemies together. Boom! He's on his way. UFO. Quill having an okay boxy. He's right behind Cocoon. Will his UFO mix be any better? Let's see here. No! Gets through! Quill going back for a second try. Oh, doesn't get the 2 Foleys. Meanwhile, Cocoon shoots the bomb block, and he's on his way past the Olive Ocean Gate. Quill gets UFO. Quill losing a bit of time on this segment, but like I said, this is far from being over. Heck, I've heard of people losing up to 2 minutes on Dark Mind, so the final boss. There you go. Cocoon entering my favorite room in the game for some reason. I just really like the way that you can move in this game, just never stop holding right, and if you time your floats, you'll basically miss anything. Feels like you're dodging bullets. Alright, Quill's past the Olive Ocean Deep Gate. Gets the damage boost there. Good job by Cocoon. You can gain a little bit of time by hitting those spikes just right and flying perfectly into that 1x1 tunnel. Alright. So in this next room that Cocoon is about to enter, he'll be getting stone, and he'll hopefully be keeping it all the way until he reaches Gobbler's boss room. Quill does a good job of getting the damage boost too. So once again, if you're underwater and there's no air above you, losing your ability is permanent. There's no way to get it back, so Cocoon has to do this entire corridor damageless, and there's a lot of things that want to have their paws on you here. Lippers, the glunks. If you're newer runners generally are very afraid of this room. However, Cocoon, not worried in the slightest. Hopefully Quill will have as stress-free of a room that Cocoon does. And Cocoon in the thing. Will he do the rock jump? No. Alright, so the strat for Gobbler is to just drop a rock on him. Oh, the one cycle from Cocoon! Oh my goodness! The ads that Gobbler spawned basically made Cocoon stop there in midair and able to delay enough time for an additional hit, completing Gobbler in one cycle. That was fantastic by Cocoon there, getting a lot of time on Quill. If he also does not get this, Cocoon on his way to Peppermint Palace, presumably to Candy Constellation, but will Quill... Oh, unfortunately, the cards are not in Quill's favor, but still a very good Gobbler nonetheless. There's the Mirror Shard. Cocoon, way in head here. So as I said before, in this split, we're going to be getting both Peppermint Palace switches here. We will need it to return to Wiz later in the run, presumably last. Most runners wait to do the Wiz split last, since it is the easiest in the whole run. Quill not too far behind him. So this is still a close race, even though it might not seem like it. Candy Constellation is one of the more difficult segments of the run, especially coming from me. It involves a lot of precise wheel movements, and because it is quite a long section of wheel movement, getting hit by an enemy and losing wheel in some unfortunate accidents can result in a lot of time loss. I don't believe we'll see such a problem by Cocoon and Quill, but it is something to keep in the back of your mind. Alright, Cocoon having a rather good Mr. Frosty fight. Excellent, and Cocoon is on the Warp Star to Candy Constellation. Quill not too far behind. He just has to climb the East Tower. So like I said, a lot of wheel movement, a lot of optimizing, not hitting enemies. Alright, let's see if Quill has as good of a Frosty as MK did. Ooh. Unfortunately not getting as good of a pattern. There's the run. Quill will get a lot of damage out of that run, and he's on the Warp Star to Candy Constellation. Cocoon just made it past the... Oh, good jump. Made it past the checkpoint there in Candy. Alright, Candy has a lot of bad rooms back-to-back that can really ruin some runners' times here. This first one is the Grid Maze, and there's a lot of really fast-moving enemies in this segment. If you mess up even a little bit, your cycles are going to be all messed up and slow, and it's not super great. However, Cocoon handles it very nicely. Alright, Cocoon entering another terrible room. It's very easy if you accidentally get hit by one of these waddle-doos to lose your wheel, and then you might accidentally suck up a star block instead of your star. However, Cocoon handling it amazingly, the veteran that he is. And he's on his way to fight the second master hand of the run. This hand is a bit more annoying than the one we saw in Radish Ruins because it hovers just slightly out of regular wheel jump height. Our runners will have to jump into using wheel. However, Cocoon making it look very easy. All right, will Quill do the star block room just as well? Nice hopping over the waddle do there. Excellent room by Quill. And he is on his way to fight the master hand. Alright, here's a good room to demonstrate how effective hit lag is to avoid. However, Cocoon opting not to do the full hit lag reduction strat there, but that's fine. Quill having a bit of trouble with this master hand fight. Excuse me, I forgot to update the tracker. I'm getting all lost in this incredible action. Cocoon dumping wheel for missile because in this upcoming segment we will be going through a vertical room. Although missile is kind of hard to control on a controller, it is the fastest vertical movement option available for Kirby in this game. Cocoon hitting a little bit, but still a very good room there. Hitting the Shadow Kirby. And Cocoon is on his way to the Crazy Hand and Master Hand fight. Cocoon will opt to use fire for this fight because if luck is not on his side and the hands do not do the Stone Fist attack, which they do, excellent luck there by Cocoon, fire can do a lot of damage to the hands and it will double hit them if they decide to do a combo attack, like the hand smack or the knuckle punches or whatever. Cocoon with the Master Hand and Crazy Hand Mirror Shard. Quill not too far behind. This is still a very, very, very close race. Alright, looks like Cocoon is opting to do Wiz next, leaving Krakow for last. It's apparently some meme I'm not aware of that there's a Krakow last gang. MusiQuil taking care of Master Hand and Crazy Hand while I was getting distracted by things that don't matter. Like I said, runners generally agree that the Wiz segment is the easiest in the whole run. However, there is a little bit of a meme mix I don't know if our runners are going to be going after or not. You can inhale a Sparky and a Sword Knight shortly before the boss fight room, and if our runners opt to go for it, or even if they get it in the first place, they're going to be mixing for real. Oh, we see a divergence of the path here as Quill is going up to Mustard Mountain to fight Krakow. Cocoon opting not to do the mix, the sensible person that he is. Alright, so for the Mustard Mountain, I guess I should explain that after Cocoon defeats Wiz with Parasol. The strat with Parasol is to just hold it in front of Wiz, and it will deal constant damage every single frame it's out, and it will make short work of Wiz here. So Quill opting to do the Mustard Mountain segment with Burning. Some players can choose to get the first Olive Ocean Gate, which grants them access to a missile statue. And it doesn't save too much time over not getting it, but optimally, I think it is faster. Cocoon having an okay Wiz. All Cocoon has to do now is get Krakow, and he's on his way to beat Darkmind. Oh, Quill having a bit of trouble with movement in this room. That's fine that he lost Wheel, however, since he only needs to carry it into this next room. Unfortunately, the Shadow Kirby was not nice. Sometimes the Shadow Kirby can drop a magic candy, which will offer invincibility, making very quick work of the Battlefire mini-boss that's in this segment. However, Stone works just as fine. The double hit there, and then the single hit. Cocoon also doing Missileless Mustard. Alright, again, Krakow, exact same strategy that you use for King Golem. 3 double hit stone drops is enough to kill him. However, there are some really bad patterns you can get from Krakow that will prevent you from getting those double hits. Quill not having too many problems from it, though. And there we go. It's very tough to tell who's ahead right now, but I think Cocoon still has a pretty alright lead. Dark Mind is still the deciding factor in this race. Dark Mind can, especially the fourth cycle, can definitely impact your time, and a lot of world record pace runs have been lost to him over the years. Fortunately, Cocoon not getting lucky either, not getting the candy. So he has to do the stone drops. Oh, almost gets the instant kill pattern. If Battlefire decides to do his swoop down pattern there, you can quickly unrock and get a second stone hit in, but unfortunately Cocoon wasn't super prepared for that. Still very good. Alright, and Cocoon is going to have a pretty... Oh, only gets the single hit, but thankfully Krakow throws him a bone, gets the spin pattern in for another quick hit, so it doesn't lose too much time, and Cocoon's mirror is full. Oh my goodness, Quill almost getting the hammer mix I was teasing earlier. One off, getting Parasol. Oh my goodness. Hammer is excellent for the whiz fight, since that up hammer does a lot of damage. Alright, Cocoon just went into the Dark Meta Knight fight, but then immediately save warped out. That's to skip a cutscene. Normally you have to watch a lengthy cutscene of the two, of Dark Meta Knight and Real Meta Knight facing off each other. But we don't want to watch that. We want to go fast. So we're just going to drop a rock on Dark Meta Knight here. Oh my goodness! Almost fully taking care of him with that stone hit. That was excellently done. Quill having a very good whiz as well. This is a neck-and-neck fight. It'll all come down to Dark Mind's randomness. Oh my goodness, I can't believe what I'm watching here. Alright, so Cocoon keeping Stone into this fight. The strat here is to pick up Master. Master counts as its own separate ability star, so you can suck up your previous ability and Master once, and double star Dark Mind just like that. And we'll be doing this for the first 4 forms of Dark Might. So Quill just entering Dark Meta Knight here. Oh, unfortunately getting stuck on him. Alright, Cocoon's going to get up on this ledge here. And see here, getting up on that ledge allows you to hit Dark Mind in any pattern he throws at you. Exactly what you just saw there. If Cocoon did not do that and stayed on the ground, he could have not reached to the ceiling there and got the double star hit. The cute little damage boost here. Alright, Quill. 2 Dark Mind forms behind. Alright, Cocoon has an opportunity to skip the next interim segment if he's able to kill Dark Mind as he's shooting off either a fire or an ice star. Unfortunately, Dark Mind decides to do the mirror spin pattern there, does not use an ability. So Cocoon has to do this whole segment where he goes around and gets the Sword Knight at the end of this section. Alright, Quill finishing off Dark Mind 2. Alright, Cocoon going into the run deciding fight here. Dark Mind 4. A double star is not a double star hit, I should say, is not enough to kill off Dark Mind 4. However, that's a good thing, since this fight introduces green stars, which when swallowed, allow you to get a free mix, and we're hoping to mix for UFO, which does major damage to Dark Mind's 5th form. There's a green star! And Cocoon gets UFO! Alright, although things can go wrong in Dark Mind 5, I do not see Cocoon losing too much more time than this. What an excellent race so far. However, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't jinx it. Quill is right behind him. Oh, almost goes to the pit. Gave you a heart attack there, Quill. Quill has to have a perfect Dark Mind 4 in order for this to be a competitive race still. Alright, so UFO was so good because that fully charged laser hit pierces through walls and enemies. So the goal here is to not only shoot Dark Mind 5's eye, but also to shoot the mirrors that he spawns, but Cocoon not having a super great pattern. Oh, Quill not having a super great pattern either. Cocoon finishes up Dark Mind 5, and that's pretty much GG here. Quill finally getting UFO. Almost misses the shot there. Alright, the game is not over yet. There's still a classic Kirby ending tradition of a final shoot-'em-up section. Alright, hopefully Quill has a good section here. Gets the good double hit there. There's that mirror damage going into effect there. Oh, and Quill getting an excellent pattern here, though. Oh my goodness. If Quill had a perfect... Oh my goodness, the Cocoon... Cocoon dies! Although I don't think that's enough to turn the run into Quill's favor. This is still very close. However, Cocoon has a full vitality now, and I do not see someone of his skill level dying to this fight again. There we go. Dark Mind 6 is down, and that is time for MKCocoon with a run of 29 minutes and 45 seconds. An excellent time. Quill not too far behind him, starting out Dark Mind 6 with a bit more HP here. And there we go. Quill's time, 30 minutes, 10 seconds. An excellent race to watch between these two runners. It was neck and neck the whole time. Quill just a tiny bit behind Cocoon going into Dark Mind, but that could have been anybody's race, and I'm glad I was there to commentate it. Alright, hopefully we can now get commentary, or an interview with the two runners here, because I have questions. Excellent run. So yeah, very much neck and neck run there. Yeah, it is only one win. It is not best of three. Best of threes are going to be held off until the latter part of Winners Final. We're going to be seeing a lot more of these close races as the tournament progresses in Winners Bracket. This is already round 2 of Winners, and we already have very close, fun-to-watch races. Yes, it is double elimination. Quill is still alive. He'll be moved down to loser bracket. Cocoon will move on, and if I can get the challenge page to load anytime soon, I can tell you who Cocoon is going to be up against. Cocoon is going to be up against the number 3 seed Yamayu, who defeated Thomas with a time of 28:41. Quill is going to be knocked down to loser bracket, but that's not the end of the tournament for him, for he's going to be up against runner A12 Helton, and the winner of that match will fight Thomas. There we go. We should be getting both runners into an interview here. We just gotta get everything sorted out. Quill's in the setup channel, hello. And there he is. Quill, congratulations on finishing the run. A very, very close, fun-to-watch race between two good friends.
I'm hearing that it wasn't actually that close.
Oh, really?
Hearing, because apparently Cocoon died in the last 45 seconds on Dark Mind. So.
He did. He died in the shmup segment.
Yeah, that was really good. My main source of time loss was missing UFO twice.
Yeah, and it's amazing. That's almost what basically changed the whole swing of the run.
It's weird. I think what did it was I was sucking myself out before the race because I kept missing it, and I was like, just try to be late, and then I tried to be early, and then I was.
And then throw happened. Yikes.
Big,
all right, cool.
Big throws, man.
Yeah, all right, Quill. I wanted to ask you, you recently got your first 29 in this game. How did that affect your outlook, your momentum going into this race against Cocoon?
Oh, I didn't really care. I just wanted a 29 in this game so I could be done. I don't want to run any percent.
So I
don't want to run any percent anymore.
I really want to do 100%.
Wow, are you me? Do you sound like are you me?
Maybe
cosplaying TG. You got a 29 and then run for hundo?
I honestly feel like I can beat this. I can definitely beat this time because I golded the hand segment by a fair amount, like 5 seconds or something. It was a
Wow,
pretty
great job.
solid solid segment. So yeah, good race.
Oh,
I knew the outcome going in, at least.
Yeah, right from the outset, both you and Cocoon got wheel mix first try, so I was so psyched up to cast this. All right, there we go. Cocoon joining the call. Congratulations, Cocoon, on your victory.
So you were on
45.
So you were on 28 pace.
I was plus 0.7 going into DM5 with 10 seconds to save. As soon as I got that bad bear on DM5, I knew it wouldn't happen. But then DM6 decided to kill me too, so that was fun.
I got kind of bad DM4 RNG. It wasn't like so bad to the point where I knew it was like it was over. I figured that if whatever happened to you had happened, I figured I might have actually a chance still. And it was close still. So that happened.
DM4 actually blue balled me so hard. He gave me a green star first thing, but then I had to wait for the bomb to explode, and then he teleported around for 5 seconds before letting me hit him. It's like, freaking, I hate this.
He wasn't really very nice to me either. It took
Play Nightmare and
2
Dreamland
cycles.
instead, guys.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
100% for this game's good. Play 100%.
No, I wouldn't say play Niddle instead, only because this race basically showed off how good Wheel is in this game.
Oh
the run
my
that I
goodness,
had.
yes.
Wheel's
Now that I've
pretty
finally
good.
tried learning Nightmare and Dreamland, it's just made me appreciate this game as Wheel even more.
Yeah. Niddle, this game just dumps on Niddle Wheel for sure.
So, I'm curious, MK. What was your pace out of? Oh god, I guess our routes are the same, right?
No.
You whiz last. Oh, do you do?
No, I do
Crackle
Crackle last.
You suck.
No, you.
All right. So wait. So what was your hands and segment?
Like my time out of hands?
Yeah.
2043.
Oh, it was close. I had a 20. It was 21:18.
Yeah, it was like that
plus 4.
until-
I was plus 4 out of best pace.
Oh, Cocoon! Congratulations on getting 1 Cycle Gobbler.
Yeah, I gold.
That was hype.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
that gold was already really good, but then it was basically perfect when I got 1 cycle. So yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh, my
that
goodness,
must have
was
been
a
where
lot of
things
fun.
really turned around because I missed UFO 3 times.
okay, yeah. I figured. I think the lead widened then. You got Wheel second try as well, right?
I got Wheel first.
First.
I thought you both got first.
Yeah, I got first. I don't know why I was so far ahead then. Anyways,
It might have been the UFO because you had like a perfect segment.
It was around Carrot Castle that Cocoon was about 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, my Carrot Castle was really decent, and then I had a really bad Mega Titan fight. I got hit 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Yeah, I don't know. My Wiz was bad. I hate Wiz.
But yeah, I had a really nice Wiz. Wiz was really, really good to me this time around.
Mhm. I think I missed your Wiz fight because I was hyping up how important Dark Mind was to the run.
Double star. Oh shoot.
I'm just glad.
The meme.
I'm just glad I don't have to worry about any of my matches for a while. Have fun playing Yamu.
Oh yeah,
Talk
so
about that.
yeah, I mentioned it earlier. You are moving on into winners bracket round. Are we at the quarter? Or no, we're in the winners top 8 right now. First of all, congratulations for making top 8. But Yamayu up next for your next match. Yamayu defeated Thomas with a 28-41. Do you think you can do it?
He has to get screwed by RNG really bad.
Yeah, because that is the thing about this game is once you get to, like sub 29, you get those like 28s, and for one person a 27, you really get to the point where RNG plays a huge factor in the run.
Does Yamayu do bloody mixes?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
He got a purple mix in his run.
Okay, yeah, no, never mind. I don't have any hope of winning. I'll just
Well, we shall see when the time comes. All right, Quill, your journey in the tournament is not over. You're going to be bumped down to loser bracket. You're going to be up against A12 Helton. And then after that, Thomas. So that'll be a good match between you two.
Thomas. He's going to dunk me in the early game, and I'm going to destroy him in the late game.
I can't wait.
Lol.
All right, I don't have any further questions. Do you two have anything you want to quickly add before we head off?
And you want to watch me play Vega Minus?
Sure, I'm down.
All right. Thank you two for coming in and answering my questions here for this post-race interview. Congratulations once again to MKCocoon. He'll be moving on in the bracket. All right, now time to do the curtain call cleanup stuff. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for hosting this. You can follow the runners here. Cocoon is at twitch.tv/MKCocoon, Quill at MusiQuil. I've been TG. You can find me at ttv/HeyOnTG. Coming up next on Speed Gaming, we have some Super Mario World action, some No Cape, No Star World tournament. We're going to have back-to-back matches, so that'll be pretty sweet. Also going on is some Link to the Past randomizer daily race shenanigans, so there's no shortage of stuff to watch over here at Speed Gaming. Once again, I've been TG. Gaming with an E. Hardy. Yeah, have a great night, everybody.
Play 100% instead.
Yes, do that.